Hey, what's good? Cammygbr, we are here. Before we start part two, I realized I'm in a t-shirt. I had my hoodie on, and I realized there were stains on it and shit. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I was doing housework, okay, and I just noticed it after I videoed it and went, oh, because I'm doing this at the tail end, okay. Um, Now I believe that this is actually going to be the last champion. Crazy to say, in all honesty. I think all good things must come to an end, and I think at this point it's worth just giving Jay Black all the flowers in the world. So if you give him 5 minutes, 6 minutes or so, I'll go through this real quick. Just people deserve their flowers, and Jay Black is definitely someone who deserves as much flowers as possible. So let's talk about it. So to talk about me for a second, where I was in battle rap when I found Jay Black, I was probably about 15. Again, Jay Black's been doing this for a long time, about 15, 16 maybe. And I'm still figuring out everything about battle rap. Again, I might be missing trailers and whatnot. Again, I had an iPod Touch. It took a while before I had my first I didn't even think I had an iPhone. Well, maybe I did have an iPhone, but it took me a long time to be in with the culture. It's just the type of family that I was. It was like, you don't need that. No, you just have your brick phone. Okay. So I found Jay Black as just this funny looking guy who was making reaction videos to battles out, doing the Jay Black face. Oh, the punch in their mouth Jay Black face. And I thought this is the guy to follow. And I think Jay Black was, for like myself and a lot of people, he was the guy that we followed to figure out where to go in the culture. So if you were lost in the culture, somehow Jay Black would be on your fucking algorithm, and then he'd be like your rope to be like, okay, this is follow me, and I'll tell you where everything is in battle rap. So it was always whenever there was a big event, you follow what Jay Black had said. It was what he was on about. And when you found out what Jay Black was talking about, you then from the league, you always found like everything else afterwards. But it all kind of started off with Jay Black, and like for me anyway, and for a lot of people, and it just sort of broadened my perspective of battle rap. Like again, I was a URL guy when I was like 14, 15. Like I was a grind time guy at 13, 14 when I kind of found grind time, jump off, King of the Dot, URL. That's kind of the journey I went on. But Jay Black kind of, all these smaller leagues, everything else going on, talking about other battles and whatnot, the big battles. He was the map for battle rap, and when Champion came around, that was so ambitious, so ambitious. Um, like there was a point where there was a bit of a triangle in battle rap where it was like, okay, if you wanted opinion pieces, you'd go to, you go through Letterman, you'd go to Angry Fan, you'd go to Unbiased, and then if you were looking for interviews, it's 15 minutes of fame or hip hop is real. It was just the only two. And if you wanted roundtable conversations, you went to Champion. You went to J Black. And what was amazing is that J Black's channel name never changed to Champion when you thought it kind of should have. But J Black managed to make Champion so relevant in the culture. It became the number one hotspot for face offs, conversations, interviews, like face to face stuff. It became like, and all it was, yeah, it was good quality cameras, good quality table. It was a couple of TVs, foam mats up on the wall, and a C camera there, and editing. That's what it was. It was the space, finding the space to do it. So with all that considered, like J Black's, it it's not a big requirement, but when Jay Black did it, it felt special. It felt professional because he conducted himself as a professional at all times and conducted himself with it's Jay Black taught me speak with respect and you'll be spoken with respect. So if I'm not out here going this guy's fucking shit, he got bodied and killed, pop 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 pop, you know, if I don't do that, then no one's gonna do that to me because it's we all have our opinions in battle rap. We all have opinions like we have arseholes. And but Jay Black was always respectful every single time, and that's why Jay Black earned such a trust in battle rap for Champion of the Year. Um, with Champion of the Year, that there's not another man in battle rap that could do Champion of the Year. Rome DMV couldn't do Champion of the Year. Angry Fan couldn't do Champion of the Year. PSA Radio couldn't do Champion of the Year. None of these medias could do Champion of the Year because as much as we respected them, they didn't garner the same trust that you, Jay Black, Champion, gained. Like there wasn't that trust in the audience didn't trust. Like as much as we watched everyone else, like that level of trust, we knew that you weren't up to no bullshit, and not that anyone else was, but if there's anyone that was safe money, it was Jay Black. Jay Black was absolutely safe money through thick and thin. It was if something happened, he'd be the first to tell you. It wouldn't be someone else. It wouldn't be no interview, no sneak shit, no nothing like that. It was Jay Black. I tell you, this was going on. This is what's happened, and he was so upfront and honest because he spoke with everyone respect, so everyone respected him. So there's not anyone else that could gather £8,000 to £10,000 every year. And I say 8 to 10 every year. Some years were bigger, some years were smaller, because that's just the way of a battle rap and the economy. You know, that's just what happens. And you know, battle rap's expectation to go bigger every year. And Jay Black had to follow that. So imagine trying to get 12 people, fly them out, or whatever was done, whether he paid for flights, I don't know. Flying them out, getting them all together, running a live stream with production, hiring a hall, and preparing documents that talk about every battle rapper's resume in 2025. Imagine trying to do that. And imagine doing that back then and then expecting people to follow a 5-hour live stream talking about the year before when battle rap is such a what have you done for me lately conversation. Only Jay Black could do that. And that's because of the respect that man had earned from the fans from day one. As soon as we seen the ambition, we supported it. And he kept that going up for about 9 years. Even through fucking pandemics, there was Champion of the Year conversations. I the level of respect I have for Jay Black, right? I remember the first time they came through to Summer Madness. I remember the first time they came through to UK, and the only picture I got was with Jay Black. It's the only picture I got the first time. And I then got more pictures this time, obviously in media. But at the time, the only ones I got was from the URL was Jay Black, because that man there, and I was very specific, shake my hand. Like, because I had the respect level for that man at that point. Just because he taught so many lessons in blogs. And he treated battle rap, he talked about battle rap like a child, and he treated battle rap with like an adult, you know. And I felt I grew up with the culture, you know. And Jay Black was kind of like I guess you call like a godfather or whatever, or like an uncle of the culture. He's someone that, you know, you'd always kind of go to if there was something going on in the culture. What's Jay Black think of it? He was definitely one of the uncles of the culture for sure. So I just wanted to say for Jay Black, for this being the last Champion of the Year, thank you for every year of Champion of the Year before. Thank you for supporting battle rap for as long as you did and as long as you have. I'm assuming you'll still do videos about battle rap and whatnot, but in live streams now or whatever. But you have done enough. You have done more than your fair share to help the culture, and battle rap's not where it is now because of you. Battlers aren't where they are because of you. Geechee probably isn't where he is because of you. I know Geechee won 3 of them things and established himself as one of the greatest of all time because of yourself. And you know, and like there's so many people that you know, K Shine had some of the greatest years because he was trying to win Champion of the Year and got snubbed 3 times. You know, like, and say snubbed. It's not as if it was a bad decision, but he was second or third place every single time because he really wanted that. Tay-Rock really wanted it. Champion pushed the best of the best, even the face-offs and just in Champion. There's so much that Champion has done for battle rap that I'm not even going to go into because we need to get through to this video. But you know, thank you J-Black for everything. I was watching some of the old videos, and this might be the part where I get a little emotional, so apologies for this. And I forgot, and it got me upset, and I'm probably got a little upset thinking about it. Is the moments of when J-Black's mother passed away. And there was a point where J-Black just took months off. Like, I'm sure it was a long time anyway that J-Black took off. And I remember like the pink ribbon on every video. Like, and as someone whose mother passed away about 2 years ago, and I still struggle from that now. You know, I watched J-Black come back to battle rap and continue on, and you know, prove to be the man that his mother probably knew that he could be. Like, I'm sure whether his mother understands it or not, I'm sure his mother's so proud of everything that he's accomplished in battle rap. I know my mother was a loving mother, and she had no idea. This side of my life my mother had no idea about. All this stuff, all this blogging stuff. She knew a bit about battle rap. Like, she didn't know about battle rap. She knew that I went to events, and she tried to understand it. And you know, she had no idea I did any of this. But I'm sure your mother probably knew for how much respect you were given and whatnot. I'm sure you like really became the man that your mother, the man that your mother knew you could be. It just, I watched some of the videos, and a part of battle rap helped me kind of get over the grieving, and I'm not over the grieving. We still grieve to this day. I'm sure J Black still grieves to this day. But sorry, but seeing J Black come back with the level of strength and the things that he'd went through that was very public in battle rap, and we're the culture is very proud of you, and the culture says thank you. For I yammer on and start fucking shedding tears. Your mother will be proud of you. We're all proud of you. We all appreciate everything that you've done, and we just hope that you're still around. We hope that we turn this ship around the way that battle rap's kind of going right now. We need to steer it, but you have done enough, Captain. Let's talk about Champion of the Year.
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning. It's meaning.
Yeah. Keep running. Yeah. Yo. Look, I'm in the outback where it's spooky. Wildcats still pursue me like owls do to the rats and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads to Suzuki's. You backed out and amuse me. I'm good hair from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors. Giant snakes in the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Heat raises the stakes and big meat is the fragrance. I reign here from a day to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out. I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test. Do to chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound. From I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds in these
Yo, shout out to everybody out there who's watching this. Subscribe to the channel. We're doing big things. My man Cammy. It's your man Caps, aka Angry Fan Man. We up out of here.
Hey, what's good, Cammygbr? We are back. Part 2 of the Champion of the Year discussion. As I always do, I try and divide it into 2. This should be either part of a playlist now, or like with the first one on it, or it'll be like on my, obviously you're watching it on my channel. If you're watching the video, make sure to press subscribe button. I really need you to press subscribe button. If you aren't, there's so I get more views than I do have subscribers, so like make sure you do press subscribe, follow the channel. You'd be very much appreciated for that, because I really need to try and push this channel more. I just sort of do the thing and go, ha, blah, 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 blah. No, motherfucker, subscribe. I'll give it a second. Yep, you subscribed. Alright, okay, cool. This is the other part of that. This is from 10 to 1. This is where it gets tough. I'll be honest. This wasn't easy. Easy the black, Captain Easy the black, easy the black, easy the black. Let's get right into number 10 of my top 10 for Champion of the Year. You dig? Coming in at number 10. I didn't think I was going to have this guy on. I'll be honest. I didn't think that until I looked at the resume. And I was actually quite impressed with the resume and the level of work in almost all of these battles. There's one battle that I'm like, come on, bruh. Like, you could have done so much better. But JC has had a good year. Like, looking at like the wins and losses, there's about 2 losses altogether. And you know what? They're not the greatest battles in general. However, when you're really talking about like who's like battle of the year and whatnot, I have to take away my bias and just consider what is around and what people are doing. And truth be told, JC is just out here kicking ass. Like, for the good majority of the year, JC is just out here cooking. Like, yeah, he lost the Mad Flex on TBL, and I was the only person in the like Black Compass Discord or whatever, because yeah, I'm a part of it. I'm a Black Compass family. I was trying to tell every motherfucker in there, trying to tell Tone, Polo, Posey, you guys are tripping. Madflex is going to beat the shit out of JC, and that's exactly what happened. And then unfortunately, the Averb situation happened. So yes, that is 2 battles that didn't quite work out how we thought they were going to work out. We did think that it was going to be clearer, but like you know, they could have been wins, and they could have. I tell you, if he won them 2, he's probably in my top 5, 6. In all honesty, this would have bunched them a few levels. The Aver battle is just another one of these things where the narrative of JC is, he called out 4 people: Clips, Averb, Lux, Surf. So lost the Clips, lost the Surf, lost the Verb. We'll not get the Lux battle. Like, I can't imagine we'll ever get that. Unless there's a big turnaround. But he is called out. That was his hit list. He doesn't have a hit list, but that was his hit list, and lost to 3 of them. You know, I'm being brutal there. I am being brutal. And I do have a particular taste in my mouth, because we almost had JC versus Quill. But JC ducked the battle again. Twice he's done that after we thought he'd piece things up with Shorty Horror. That was annoying. But again, I'm like, K-Venom was a good performance. Like, he had a good performance versus Disaster. Real Deal was a good battle. Good performance versus Foots. Showstopper. Like, Mr. Man. Like, you know, Midas. Like, he had good performances through the whole year. And if he had that UK one as well, that would have just been... But you know what? We got Disaster versus Quill, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. But good performances through the year and some of the best content. Even the A-Ward battle. The A-Ward, like, for what it was like a Battle of the Year contender. Like, and one that he then ended up winning. Like, that is some solid work from JC through the year. It's just, that's because there's the losses, and because, like, and then that's my bias going, JC could be higher, but I needed some more names, but the content has all been there. I'm judging him and Lowe's Prime with the same brush. You know, some of the best content of the year. Just needed some more names. That's basically it. On to number 9. And at number 9. Now, I think this guy last year might have just made the 20. Maybe he just made that. Or he was like maybe 17 or something like that. Giannis coming in at 9. Giannis has had a fucking great year. You know, the 3-0 versus Chess. The big performance versus Arsenal in London. Like, it was electric in London. Like, you felt that shit. Giannis just has an amazing style. Like, a Battle of the Year contender versus Mike P. Beating Pass. Like, he has had a lot of good battles. He did lose to Lowe's Prime. He did. you know, but that was a good battle. I'm not going to put too much weight on that. Like, and there was a 2-on-2 randomly that they did lose versus Chunk and Nox with him and Oppa, but like, I'm outweighing the pros and the cons there. That, you know, you're on all the main stages, you're in all the big leagues, big performances, and you're just out there cooking. So like, to me, Giannis is a very, very well deserved 9th place for you. You've done amazing the entire year, and I can imagine this next year what's going to be even bigger. Like, I see World Dom. I'd love to see Giannis versus like franchise. So I would just love to see Giannis on World Dom. I think he'd fucking destroy it. You know, the fucking world's his oyster. There's so many battles that he could take that would just be, you know, like Giannis is a style that just works. You know what I mean? It just works with so many people. Giannis real sick. Giannis J the Nightwing. Giannis Calico I'd like to see. I just think that would be interesting. You know, there's so many. Giannis Rex would just be a great battle. Like, Giannis Av, Giannis Fawns. Like, there's just so many, and his style is so versatile. You could give him any type. Giannis Kid Slade, Giannis T-Top. Like, his style is so versatile, it works with anyone, and there's just so many battles for him in 2026. And like Los Prime, like, if Los Prime comes up to the URL, I'm expecting Giannis to go for a further up. Like, they've got to, people have got to move. They've got to move up the way, up. Like, if you set the groundwork, now stand on it, you know. But yes, Giannis is number 9. Coming in at number 8. This one shocked me as well, like, and like, at least my justification for it, like, I can't, when I was really because I watched these battles, because there's not too many battles, I thought, you know what, I can't ignore the work. Vixen is at 8, so Vixen is technically my female champion of the year. She's Woty for me. Battle of the Year contender versus Av. Battle of the Year contender versus Twerk. Beat Arsenal. Beat Danny Myers. What else do I need to say? Like it's just like big names, like all difficult opponents, and you got to think that the high that Arsenal was on. He had a great performance versus Giannis, and he just beat Jazz, which Jazz is someone that just doesn't lose. So that's a proper L. Like, that's a first loss that I've seen Jazz properly take since official. You know, like that, and that's 9-10 years ago. Like, that official battle. Like, God, that is about 9-10 years ago. What's that? Gnome 5? Yeah, Gnome 5, because that's fucking Clips and holy fuck. Yes, so that's big. You stopped that hype pretty quickly there. Danny Myers, yeah, he was a bit of a bumbling mess, but even if he was a bumbling mess, you know, Vixen had to put in the work. And the other two battles, Av and Twerk, are Battle of the Year contender. So, like, you know, win or loss, it's a good look. So, yeah, there's not much more else to be said about that. Vixen, absolute superstar, and definitely deserved to be 8 for Champion of the Year. Coming in at 7, I know a lot of people probably thought this guy might have been a little bit higher just because of the consistency of his year, but I'll break that down as we go through the other names. Coming in at number 7 is Real Deal. Real Deal is number 7 for me for Champion of the Year. You know, he beat Jack Boy in a band. He just, like, consistent battles throughout the year. He had a 1-rounder versus Texago. To me, he beat Miss Hustle. He did this 1-rounder for Slim Buck in like 24 hours notice. Fucking smashed it, like, and beat Slim Buck. I mean, I know they were both 24-hour, but, you know, Slim Buck would have been better off for winning that. But, you know, these things happen, and Real Deal is such a professional that I didn't expect anything less from him. But even with that, with Real Deal winning that battle and whatnot, there is some losses still, you know. I think JC was a loss. It was a good battle, but that was a loss. And that was like 7 days advance. Like, so that wasn't, I'm not putting too much weight on that. The Twerk battle was a good battle, but that was a loss as well. Like, there is some losses there, but super consistent throughout the entire time. You know, and just a lot of work. He's done really well the entire year, and I think he's managed to break a little narrative that he used to have. You know, he was a KOTD battle rapper, and you know, you didn't always pay attention to them, but like Real Deal, you've had to pay attention to him. You know, even beating Arsenal, you had to pay attention to Real Deal, because if you didn't, you were getting smoked. And I think he's kind of got that now Real Deal's looked as a killer again. And as we've always known, but you know how battle rap is. So Real Deal is coming in at 7 for me for Champion of the Year. Coming in at number 6, just literally last minute, boop, knocked off the top 5. Tay-Rock is number 6. Tay-Rock's had another great year. It's been super consistent the entire time. You know, good battles versus Fawns, beat Real Sick. Battle of the Year contender versus Jay the Nightwing. Beat Clone. Bandit Montana on a 1-rounder. Like, but he did lose to Enes. That battle snuck up on him. That battle, the very start of the year, that battle fucking snuck up on him. And he did also lose to Bizzle Bond on the 1-rounder as well in the UK. So, well, what? Like, it's super consistent work. There's not exactly been any fuck-ups. There's not been any bad performances. He's always been in the pocket. He's always been consistent. He's always done amazing. But, you know, consistency does lose to excellence. And this year in particular, Tay-Rock has been super consistent, and he's just had some battle rappers that have been excellent on him. Like Tay-Rock's been so consistent at an 8 out of 10. When a Bizzle comes in, hitting 9s and hitting 10s, like Tay-Rock is now kind of, oh, well, I can only go up to this gear because I need to stay at this gear for everyone. So Tay-Rock coming in at 6, just getting knocked off of that Champion of the Year position. He was a dead set for top 5 as well. He was dead set. Coming in at number 5. Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty's at number 5. It felt like TBL definitely put the rocket in Rum Nitty's back. You know, like, how often is Rum, other than Lux, I guess, like more recently, how often is Rum main eventing? Like, if you go through what Rum Nitty does, even it was like Rum versus Eunice and Rum versus Real Sick, and you know, like how often was he main eventing? He was main eventing in the UK, but he's not always the main event star. He's not always that guy. TBL had him versus Daylight. That was the biggest announcement on Christmas Day. That shit was crazy. And now, and because the way that battle went, like, Rum Nitty just went on a bit of a run. So, like, I do have him losing to Jay at Gnome. I do have him losing to Calico, but that's a Battle of the Year contender. A good win versus Snake Eyes, good win versus Enes, Elijah Strait, Loso, like, just super consistent work the entire time, and just like making that top 5 over Rock. Like, them two, it was a total toss-up of who's making that top 5 slot. But I think, like, the Battle of the Year contender with Calico and the impact of the Daylight battle. Like, I know Tay-Rock had the Jay the Nightwing battle. That is a Battle of the Year contender. But even with that, and having like, in comparison of the two, like what battle am I going back to watch most? Probably the Calico battle of all their category. And as I just said there, you know, excellence beats consistency in one moment of time. And Rum Nitty has just been excellent in quite a lot of these battles, and just showing he's nothing to fucking play with. It's just been an amazing year for him. So Rum Nitty is number 5. Coming in at number 4, Jay the Nightwing. Jay the Nightwing. There was a point in this year where Jay was the number 1 guy. He was the guy. He was the guy that was going to win. That was Jay the Nightwing. There wasn't a discussion. Jay the Nightwing was going to win. He had the Battle of the Year contender versus Ill Will. Battle of the Year contender versus Tay-Rock. Like, beat Rum Nitty. Like, he had the glow. He beat Sheet Happens. And I don't know what happened. As soon as he had the next battle, which was like, I want to say that was like September, or maybe that was August-ish, or like, then he just stopped. He stopped. Like, he just didn't take battles for like 2 months, 3 months, and that for me, like for Jay, that affected his momentum to me. That really affected his momentum, and it wasn't the champion of the year discussion wasn't clear enough for Jay the Nightwing to take 3 months off. Especially with like behind the scene, like T-Top was talking about getting Jay in the UK as well, which would have been epic. It would have been epic. But with all things considered, like, you had the battles there, and then when you come back, it's the Lost versus A-Ward. Like, it just gonna put the clamps on. The pressure put on you, and you just ended up losing that battle, and then that's kind of the last that we known of you for the rest of the year, because that ended up happening like in December, and then we had the end of December that you didn't take another battle to try and win back or anything like that. So when you consider about 4 months that there was nothing going on, like I needed something else from Jay. Just one more battle, and you'd been in top 2. And then if you would be A-Ward, then you'd be in that conversation. But just, I had to be honest with myself here, because I'm a big Jay the Nightwing fan. He's not champion of the year. On to the top 3. Coming in at 3, it's A-Ward. A-Ward is coming in 3. Now, I don't think you'll know the top 2 that I've got. But again, I'll continue to break that down. A-Ward has not lost at all. You know, I think the JC battle, you might have lost that one, Battle of the Year contender anyway. But that's about the only one he really lost. You know, going over his resume, Swave Seva, Mr. Man, Coffee Brown, T-Top at Summer Madness, Jay the Nightwing in Philadelphia, Jack Boy Outside 5, Steams. Like, there's just so much work throughout his whole year. It's so impressive to me that JC can keep that up. That A-Ward can keep that up and be so consistent all the time. And you know, as a professional in the sport, I'm always impressed by how, no matter what with A-Ward, he's going to do something crazy, and he can get complex. He's a bit like the Christian Steve Austin of battle rap right now. He just comes in, does his business, fucks off. Like, and you know, I'm saying he's good with the fans and all that, like, but you know, you all want to support A-Ward. You want him pushed forward. He's just, no matter what, you're getting fucking stunned. That's it. Like, the stunners it's coming. You're going to get kicked in the BLAC, and then you're going to get stunned. And that's it. And there's nothing you're going to do about it, because it's protected finisher, you know? So, like, A-Ward has just been so incredible the whole year. And finishing off with the win versus Jay the Nightwing and the Battle of the Year contender with Jack Boy. Like, it was so good it got a Christmas Day upload, and it happened the week before. And you debuted in Summer Madness. Yeah, just good shit from A-Ward. This hurts, because this was my champion of the year. This, and I'm still debating it in my head, as I'm about to tell you, but as soon as I say it, that's it. Because this was my champion of the year. This, and I was so fucking chuffed with it, and I thought, well, this makes fucking sense. Not a loss on the record. Consistent work throughout the year. Went through Tribes and Tribulations. Or Tribes and Tribulation, whatever. He went through the fucking ringer. Came back. Smoked shit. The turnaround was incredible. But the guy that I forgot about, I went through his fucking record and went, holy shit, you are probably champion of the year. And I had to take my bias out of this. So this is who, and I fuck with the number one. This is who I want to be champion of the year. Let's sure say that. This is who I want. This is who I thought for the last week when I was going over like battles and whatnot, who I thought was champion of the year. And then just today I went, uh-oh. Number 2 goes to T-Rex. Dot Mob. T-Rex would have been my fucking champion of the year had I not had a brainwave. I wish I didn't have a brainwave. I wish I forgot. But I'm too good for my own good. Yes. T-Rex is number 2. Like, gotta think, at the start of the year, had beat Twerk on the no-cut card for T-Tops League. Had the one rounder with Scotty and Houston Barcode. And then went to battle Geechee and had a seizure. He had a seizure on stage, right? And fuck, that one, watching that live, the heart was going pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, like that shit. Oh, that broke my heart. That broke my heart. Like, watching that happen to my favorite battle rapper. Like, it's I know, I can imagine what someone who like supported Charlie Kirk felt. You know, like when they seen the video, when they seen that shit, I could see how they felt about that, because when I seen I was upset because T-Rex is my favorite battle rapper, and the level of charisma that is like second to none. It just has this ability with the crowd. He just my absolute favorite battle rapper is T-Rex. He has that seizure, and he comes back. He beats Av, beats Snake Eyes and Steams in the same weekend, and then he has a win versus, I think, Jay that guy. I don't know if that was maybe like before the Steams and whatnot battle, but T-Rex was putting in fucking work. Now you gotta consider as well that when T-Rex was to battle Snake Eyes, they weren't meant to be main event. They were not meant to be main event. That was maybe Easy and Twerk. But they did from that, and it was like, T-Rex, like, alright, okay, main event. Yeah, of course I'm main event, because I have the best face-off with Snake Eyes. And put in that fucking work. I genuinely, like, we have to put more respect on fucking T-Rex for turning that shit around. If I had a seizure on stage in front of fucking 800 people, I'm good for the year. You know, I'm good. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I am good for the whole year. But T-Rex did. He came back. And TMZ fucking had it. Oh, fucking you know what you call him? Keemstar fucking had it. Like, that shit was like, I was on the like, it wasn't on my news, but that shit would have been American news. Bro, like that, it was, oh my god, like, I actually get a little emotional thinking of that, thinking, fucking hell, like, that could have been something. And maybe that's just how much, like, I love battle rap and whatnot, like, and how, like, even though battle rap's the way it is now, and the conversations we have about battle rap, like, I still love the culture, and that doesn't change. It's just, it takes a different form. It's you know, it's like WWE, like, we go through the great times, we had the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression was great for a while, and now we're kind of like, okay, this is 2018, 2019 WWE. This is just, you know what I mean, hurry up. like, but man, that, like, to turn around and win the other battles and just be fucking perfect Rex. Like, there wasn't a change in Rex's style. It wasn't, and like, what was they said to Av? I wanted to kill Geechee so bad I tried to kill myself. And that's just such a battle rap way of addressing I had a seizure. Bruh, honestly, like, yeah, T-Rex is the GOAT. Like, he is the GOAT, and he was my champion of the year right up until the very end. And I went, It's not quite my fairy tale. 2025 is not my fairy tale story. There is a guy that is above him when you count the resume, and you count who he's battled, and you count the impact. I mean, impact, T-Rex definitely had more impact, but when you consider all the other intangibles, the consistent work, this guy, I'm not saying unfortunately, because that's a fucking shame. This guy is number one to me. If I took away the names T-Rex and the other person, I would put the other person above T-Rex if I didn't know it was T-Rex on the other side. So with that being said, let's talk about the champion of the year. The champion of the year, if I was on the panel, it's quite sad it's actually going to be the last year. Yeah, it's quite sad. My champion of the year, it's not T-Rex, because he landed in number 2. He's actually Chef Trez. Chef Trez is my champion of the year. Like, T-Rex is my GOAT. Chef Trez is my champion of the year. So, the reason why Chef Trez is my champion of the year, right, is that there's... You got to look at the resume, right? The Real Deal battle, right? Arsenal, Lou Castro, Jerry West, She That Happens. I'm just going to read them all up on phone. Geechee, Hall of the Dawn, Theory Truth, Bucky, Rashid, Rashad, Gas Jordan, Jaskizzle, Chris Jiggs, Savage, Shayrak, Just B, K Venom, Servo, Prep, Banks, as he says on the battle, Plug, Camel, Tone, Devil, and not a fucking battle lost. That's the same level of battles that Loso has done without a single loss, and a much stronger resume than what Loso had. Like, bro, like anyone that would battle Geechee, Real Deal, Arsenal, and Hall of the Dawn in 1 year needs to be in conversations for Champion of the Year, and winning them. You know, even like Shit Happens, like to add him into it, Lou Castro. Winning these battles, like, as much as I want to say, oh yeah, there's other battle rappers that have been around the conversation more. You know, even someone like Easy the Block Captain didn't make my 20 because why? Lost the Shug, Swampy beat, Twerky beat, didn't finish Battle of Cassidy, but like the impact isn't good for him. It's not like, yes, the impact, but it's not battle rap. That's not where the impact is. And for Chef Trez, like, he's kept it battle rap the entire year. Just not involved in any fucking drama. He gets booked from the small leagues, gets booked by the big leagues. He goes out, he performs, he kicks ass, and he fucks off. Like, Chef Trez, to me, is a battle rap Superman. Like, Chef Trez is the man that can do no wrong in battle rap. You cannot find me like bum performances from Chef Trez. Not in the last 2-3 years. Chef Trez is out there just kicking ass and taking names. And no year has been more prevalent of this kicking ass than this year. And even outside of it, like, you can debate that his impact has become, his Facebook page, his account is fucking lit. I'm not saying that in like some sort of like friend thing. No, like his fan account, like, he's getting 60k, 100k views, just boom, 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 boom. He's just getting shit that's just gone viral all the time because he's reposting like other clips from battles, and you know, and he's really utilized that Facebook page and, you know, promoting his own battles, promoting other battles, like, but I look at that resume and I'm like, god damn. Like, I can't even deny Chef Trez, like, his entire year, it just, not a scratch on the record. And for the amount of names on it, and the top tiers that are on it, and, you know, all the people he's given chances to, every single battle rapper has had a chance to take out Chef Trez, whether it's a 1-rounder or 3 rounds, and not one of them could do it. How often could I have someone who step into the dojo and walk out undefeated? Like, that's damn near like Floyd Mayweather stats. Like, damn near. Like, and that's in a year. Like, I'm sure you go back into the last year, it's down near the exact same, and there's only like one or two losses. Like, I can't ignore the work rate. In the same way that I give credit to Danny Myers, that whether he battles a lot of the no-names, but in comparison to like these two, it is like Chef Trez has a resume of top tiers to earn that. And like Loso, although there's a load of names on it, there's the losses in the tournaments, and he had the losses that he also has are from the bigger battles. Like the biggest battle I think Loso won was Pass, but the biggest battle that Chef Trez won was Hold It On or Arsenal. Like he's Geechee as well. Like he just battled Geechee, and it was a great battle. There's just so much good content from Chef Trez through the entire year. That man is Battle Rap Superman, and for being Battle Rap Superman, he is my champion of the year. Well done, Chef Trez. I have no monetary value. This is more giving the fans a preview of at least my thoughts to when it comes to champion of the year. However, you know, just expect his name to be high up there. They're not going to consider the whole resume, like the panel, but looking at his whole resume of the year, I can't deny the work. The work rate is incredible, and as much as I wanted that story to be T-Rex to be the champion of the year, I went, I just totally forgot about Chef Trez. Went, holy fuck, I need to go back on him just to check, because he had one or two battles that I thought he won when I was having some lists. I went, I need to check all of his battles. Went, oh my god, and he snatched champion of the year away from T-Rex. Let me know what you think about that as champion of the year. Very difficult to call, just being 100% honest, really difficult to call, especially at the very end, 1 and 2. My heart and my brain, I had to go with my brain this time. There's a lot of names that weren't in it. I'm aware that when they do champion of the year, that they'll be they'll probably have the point of contention, because I have like all the UK guys. They probably won't have any of the UK guys. They just don't have the UK guys on there anyway. What they will probably have is like Loso will probably make it. Fawns and Bill Collector. They'd be the ones I predict that would make it onto the champion of the year, and Disaster or someone like that might get put off. But they're not considering the world of battle rap in that moment. So let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Keep up with Premier Battles. They're doing every week. They're running battles just straight up live and conversations. I make appearances on the channel. I appreciate you guys for all the good work and battle rap in general. And thank you for everyone that's followed me through 2025. We may have a discussion about that later. Thank you so much, and I hope that 2026 is as successful for you as it was in 2025. And if it was a shit year, I hope it's a lot better. I appreciate y'all.